I lost 85 pounds naturally, and here are the 5 biggest things that helped me transform my life. The first thing is your mindset. So in the beginning of my journey, I had limiting beliefs that I could not lose the weight. I've been overweight for so long and my weight has fluctuated. I lost weight, then I would gain it, I lose, I gain it back. I always believed like I will always be overweight. I felt like I could never get the weight off, and that was my belief. So instead of saying I can't lose the weight or I won't lose the weight or I don't have time to exercise, I started saying I'll lose the weight. However, I need to figure it out. I do have time. I just need to make a routine. Once you start changing your mindset, you start speaking positivity in your life and over your goals. Your mind truly, you can trick your mind to believe that you can do this. You can get the weight off. How we talk to ourselves plays a big role on our weight loss journey. And once I started to change my mind, like, okay, I got this. You didn't fail. Keep going. That's when things started changing for me. Also kept me consistent in my weight loss journey too is how I spoke to myself, because I noticed when I was more negative is when I had a lot of hiccups. I kept quitting. I kept restarting my weight loss journey, and there was just a lot of frustration there. This journey, I feel like, is more of a mind battle than anything. And once you get that foundation of having a positive mindset, that is going to transform your weight loss in ways that you didn't even expect. When you're seeing that your body is only making, well, actually, I'm not going to use the word only, but when you see that you're making progress, no matter how small the progress is, make sure that you stay positive. Like, you know what? I'm making progress. My clothes are fitting looser. And then once you start saying things like that, you're not dismissing yourself for quote unquote the little progress that you made. Any progress is progress. That mindset shift that you need to reach your weight loss goals is going to be on how you talk to yourself. You truly need to be patient during this journey. You need to give yourself compassion. You need to love on yourself during this time, because this journey is hard and we are our biggest critic. Nobody's going to be harder on ourselves than ourselves. So we need to make sure we are speaking positive in this journey. So that's something I had to work on my 85-pound weight loss journey. And honestly, that's something that helped me push through and truly just make sure I keep my eyes on the end goal. The next thing is nutrition changes. Now, people think like you have to be doing all the things when you start your weight loss journey. You need to be counting calories or counting macros. You need to be perfect all the time. No, you don't need to be perfect. When I first started out, I made little changes. For example, I used to get Starbucks almost every single day. And the Starbucks that I get is about 510 calories just for the drink alone. And then a sandwich is about, well, my favorite sandwich is about 610 calories. That is over 1,100 calories just for one meal in the morning, not including my lunch, not including my dinner, not including the snacks and things I eat throughout the day, which could easily add up to 5,000 or 6,000 calories. So think small when you think about nutritional changes. If you're someone like me who used to get Starbucks every single day, eliminate the Starbucks. Start getting Starbucks 3 times a week, and then slowly start getting Starbucks 2 times a week. Then get Starbucks 1 time a week. Then you can start making your Starbucks at home. You can start making your coffee at home, and that will eliminate a lot of your calories. If you're a soda drinker, same thing. Switch to something that's 0 calorie, like the ice drinks. Those are 0 calorie. You're still getting the sparkling soda taste and the sweet taste that you're looking for. It just doesn't have all the sugar and all the calories. So little changes like that can go a long way. Also, try to add more protein in your diet. I noticed that when I started eating like 30 to 40 grams of protein within my meals, that's when I became more satiated. And then if I add like extra cup of veggies or something like that, I was more satiated. I was more full. I wasn't snacking all the time because I was filling my body with more protein. I noticed when I added more protein is when those hunger cravings or the snacking cravings went away because I was more full. And so 40 grams of protein or 30 to 40 grams of protein could look like 6 ounces of chicken with your meal. Or in the morning, I usually do I make a homemade coffee with collagen in it. I don't use the collagen for skin, hair, and nails. I use it strictly just for extra protein throughout the day. I usually just put 2 servings of that, which is 36 grams of protein. And then I would have like my breakfast wrap, which has sausage, bacon, egg, and I usually do like a little bit of potatoes and hot sauce, which adds another like 20 grams of protein to my meal. So in the morning, I'm already at like almost 56, 60 grams of protein just in the morning alone. And then for lunch, I try to do like 6, 7 ounces of chicken, either add veggies or add some potatoes, or sometimes I'll just have the meat alone, have water with it, or my icy drink or something like that, and that I'll be good for lunch because most of the time I'm still satiated. Another thing that I did that helped me as far as nutrition was I practiced a balanced lifestyle. Now, I see a lot of creators, they always talk about, oh, practice a balanced lifestyle, but they don't explain what that means. What that means is I still went out with my friends. I still went to restaurants. I still went to brunches. I still went to birthdays, and I did not restrict any food that I was eating. I don't believe in restricting food because I'm someone who does overeat. I am someone who used to hide food and overeat secretly. I did have an eating disorder. For me, restricting food made me overeat. And all my previous journeys, I would restrict. And then the next day I find myself eating like 4,000 calories in one sitting. So I do not do restrictive dieting at all. I don't even like to use the word diet, but I don't restrict food at all because that's only going to hurt your progress. You're not going to get to your goals like you would like if you're doing restrictive eating. So I do practice a balanced lifestyle. I do still go out with my friends. I still do enjoy. Yes, you want to lose weight, but you also want to enjoy the process of losing weight. You don't want to be miserable on this weight loss journey, okay? Because if you're miserable, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You're going to quit. You're going to be overwhelmed. You are going to quit. So as far as nutrition, make sure you're practicing things that are sustainable. Is this something that you can do long term? Is this something that you can do 20 years from now, 30 years from now? What are some sustainable habits that you can stick to long term? The one thing that really helped me was keeping an exercise routine. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know that I have like a 5 to 7 day workout split. That is what I do now, which is basically Mondays, I work out chest, shoulders, triceps. Monday. Tuesday, I do back and biceps. Wednesday, it's usually legs, calves, glutes, hammies. Thursday, just cardio. Usually I do a steady state cardio, which is walking on a treadmill or the Stairmaster for anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. Friday, I do chest, triceps, shoulder again. Saturday is back and bi. And Sunday, I either go on a hike, which is active rest day for me, or I do a leg day, which is glutes, hammies, quads, calves. That is not what I did in the beginning of my weight loss journey, okay? So when you think about exercise routine, I say focus on what you can do. We're making this into a lifestyle, right? So when I first started, I started walking. I started jump roping. I started walking 2 times a week. When I got consistent with that, I started doing it 3 times a week. And I started doing it 5 days a week. Then I added on weightlifting because since I got into the habit of walking every single day, it was easier for me to add on something else. So I started weightlifting. Actually, let's scale it back. I did a lot of workout videos. That's something that I feel like I need to talk more about on here. I did a lot of YouTube workout videos. Those were clutch in my weight loss journey. Those helped me stay consistent. Those actually helped me build a routine because some of the influencers on YouTube who do the workout videos, they have like a split for you. They would have like a workout plan, like, okay, do this on Monday, do this on Tuesday, do this on Wednesday, do this on Thursday, do this on Friday. So they had workout splits for you, and it was just body weight workouts. I do have I do have dumbbells here at home where I did do workout videos with dumbbells. YouTube workout videos, that was clutch. That helped me actually lose my first 30 pounds at home along with walking. And also with my exercise routine, there were some days where I didn't do an hour workout or I didn't do a 30-minute workout. If you only have time for 5 minutes, go ahead and do 5 minutes. If you have time for 15 minutes, go ahead and do 15 minutes, whatever that looks like for you. The whole key is to stay consistent and build an exercise routine that you can stick to, that you enjoy, and that you have time for. This journey is all about catering your needs for you. For me, once I got into the habit of being consistent with the workout routine in general, because that was my main focus in the beginning, was just being consistent and showing up. That's when I started having a workout routine that I stick to. I usually go to the gym anywhere from 3:45 to 5 in the morning. That is my routine. I love to put my workout in the beginning of my day because I get it over with, and that leaves me more time at the end of my day to spend time with my family. Also, I work a 9-to-5 job. I create content on the side. I do go out and I have fun. I'm a wife, there's a mom, there's a lot of things on my plate. So for me, a morning workout is perfect because that's something that I can stick to. And once you find that rhythm and you get to the routine of being consistent, you can figure out what times work best for you, for your lifestyle, for your workout. But in the beginning, I just say focus on being consistent. Figure out what your your exercise routine is going to look like for you, and focus on moving more. Doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Just focus on being consistent and moving more. That is it. And I know it sounds funny when I suggest just to do a 5-minute walk, 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk. If you're someone who doesn't exercise at all, if you're someone who was like me, who just wasn't doing anything or wasn't active at all, and then you start implementing 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute walk, those little walks make the biggest progress over time. Trust me. 5 minutes sounds so stupid, but it does compound over time. And those little habits will help you lose your weight a lot faster than you trying to do all the things at once and then quitting, restarting. The next thing is overcoming challenges. Now, this one is a big one because life is very hard right now. We are going through so much. There is never a perfect time to lose weight. There's not a perfect time to go on a fitness journey. There's never a perfect time for anything, okay? And during my weight loss journey, I have lost family members. I have switched jobs. I've been stressed out with jobs. I've been trying to juggle my son, who is autistic, and his behavior along with working a 9-to-5 job. Then I'm trying to lose weight, be a mom, be a wife, and I'm doing all these things. Like, I'm being pulled everywhere. I am stressed out all the time. I'm saying all this because this is what a real weight loss journey looks like. There's no cookie cutter shortcut. Everything is not going to be perfect. And once you realize that, you're going to learn how to overcome those obstacles a lot faster. I did have a lot of emotional eating on this journey. I would get discouraged when I wasn't seeing instant progress right away. And that, earlier in the video, I talked about how you need to be patient and you need to allow yourself grace. You need to allow yourself to grow and to progress. Being discouraged is a part of the journey. That does not mean that you need to give up. You need to learn how to adapt. For example, if you are not making progress, you don't see the progress that you're looking for, you've been consistent for months. Look at what you're doing. What is something that you can do more of? What is something that you can not necessarily eliminate, but do less of? Or what's something that you're doing that could be potentially hurting your journey? You have to look at all the obstacles. You have to look at the bigger picture. So for example, my work schedule changed, I think for like 6 months. I started going into work at like 7:30. So that's when I had to start getting up at 3:45 to be at the gym by like 4:15, get my hour workout in, be home by this time to log into work. Like, you have to learn how to adapt and pivot when things get in the way. And the more you do that, the easier it becomes. This journey, you are going to feel alone a lot. And I know this is going to sound mean when I say this. You cannot depend on anybody else to lose this weight but you. A lot of us feel like we need a workout partner, or we need to rely on motivation, or we need to rely on a fitness trainer to get our results. No, you need to get your results. You need to put in the work. You need to set out a plan, set out a goal, pivot, adapt to whatever changes hit you. And you need to make sure you keep your eye on your end goal. Remember why you're losing weight. You're losing weight for you. You're losing weight to be healthier. The moments I felt at my lowest, when I would cry myself to sleep because of my weight loss, I always thought about, like, okay, why am I doing this? I thought about my family. I thought about me being the healthier version of myself, what that will look like for me. I thought about how beneficial it will be for my son for me to run and play and be outside with him if I was at a healthier size and if I was a healthier individual overall. You have to think about all those things when you feel like giving up, because there's going to be those low moments where you're just like, damn, I cannot do this. Weight loss is hard. I don't care what anybody says. It's one of the hardest things that I had to do because there's so much that goes into this journey. It's your mindset. Your mindset is the biggest thing. Your mindset in this journey. And then you have to persevere through all the obstacles that you're going through. And then it's just like, I feel like you have to have so much discipline to make a change. There's so many layers here. Overcoming those layers will get you further than you know. The next thing is sustainable lifestyle changes. What I mean by this, I had mentioned this earlier, is what can you do long term? What do you see yourself doing 20 years from now, 30 years from now? The life that you're building in this moment, can you see yourself doing this years later? So there's a point that I did keto, right? Which is what? High fat, basically little to no carb. And For me, keto wasn't a sustainable lifestyle change. I could not see myself eating keto style for the rest of my life. I love my carb, I love my chip, I love my fries, I love my pizza. And although there are alternatives, they're keto style alternatives, I just could not see myself sustaining that lifestyle long term. Now, if you have to do that for health reasons, I understand. For me, couldn't see myself doing that long term. So what do you want your life to look like? What exercise do you want to do years from now? What food do you want to eat years from now? When you focus on your weight loss journey and your fitness journey, you have to think long term. You are building habits that you need to keep for life. Once you start your fitness and weight loss journey, there is no turning back. This is a lifestyle forever. There's no like shortcut through this. And I'm not saying like medications like Ozempic or weight loss surgery is a shortcut. Even if you get those things that help you, you still have to build sustainable habits to keep the weight off. There's some people that I know personally who have gotten those surgeries, but because they have not adapted their lifestyle, they haven't changed their lifestyle and they kept the same lifestyle and they didn't learn those habits, they went back to where they were, even with the surgery, unfortunately. When you lose weight, you have to think about habits that you can maintain, is what my point is. You don't want to lose weight and do all these things temporarily just to go back to old habits to be back at your starting point. This is not just a temporary journey at all. And I think a lot of people who do go on weight loss journeys and who eventually gain the weight back, it's because they haven't made it a lifestyle. And once you make it a lifestyle and you're consistent with your workout routine, you're eating foods that you love that you can stick to long term, it's easier to keep the weight off. At least in my opinion, for me it is. And if you watch my previous videos, you know that I am clinically diagnosed with depression. So sometimes every day isn't perfect for me. And I still have been able to keep my weight off even with being clinically diagnosed with that, because there's layers to that too. And depression does cause other things. And I think that's one of the reasons why it was probably really hard for me to lose the weight as well, just because I had that little factor. But now that I'm navigating a little bit better with everything, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything, it's been easier to maintain my weight and it's been easier to adhere to lifestyle changes because I'm doing workouts that I love. I still enjoy my life with my friends. I have Snicker bars and Twixes and I don't feel guilty about eating any of that because I made a lifestyle switch and I know that treat is just for maybe 1 or 2 days and I just go back to living a balanced life and eating healthy and eating high protein meals. And if you hate the things that you're doing, if you hate the meals that you're eating, you're not going to sustain these results. You're not going to stick to it. You're going to go back to old ways. So when you start your journey, think sustainable long-term habits. If this inspired you in any way, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and let me know which change you start implementing and let me know how your progress goes. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.